Seventies receiving students and teachers. Thank you. Sit down. Seventies and receiving students. This is a new topic for today's lesson, and it will be an introductory lesson to the new topic. To the receiving teacher, this is a new strand that we'll be looking at, which is space and shape, and the substrand is length. Today's lesson will be the introductory lesson for all the lessons on the substrand length. With that, 70s and receiving students, before we begin our lesson, I would like to show you something which I have in my pocket. Okay? Please look up here carefully. In my pocket, I have two objects. I think you might be familiar with them. Okay. I have two objects. Have a look at these two objects. 70s and receiving students, what do you think are these two objects that I'm holding on to? Look carefully. What are these two objects? Receiving students, you can tell your teacher. 70s, what do you think these two objects are? Isaac.
Coin.
A coin. Okay. 70s and receiving students. Is he correct by saying coin? Yes. Okay, I'm holding on to two coins. Is that true? Yes. Yes. Have you seen these sort of coins around? Yes. Yes, you use this coin as money to buy something. Okay? Now, have a look closely to these two coins again. 70s and receiving students. What shape do you see from these two objects? The two coins here. What shape do you see from these two coins? Look carefully. Receiving students, you can tell your teacher. 70s, what shape do you see from these two coins? Beverly. Sorry, Evelyn.
Circle.
Again?
Circle.
She says circle. Very good. 70s and receiving students, let's look on the board. Okay, Evelyn said circle. Yes, these two coins that we saw, the shape that you can see is circle. Very good. Okay? Now, seventies and receiving students, by now we know the shape which is circle. Class, I would like you to tell me what are some of the examples of circles that you know of, like these two coins here, that you normally see around or every day, before you come to school, or you are at home, or during the holidays. What are some of the shape like circle that you know of? One is coins. What about the others? Receiving students, you can tell your teacher. Ruti. Class, let's hear from Ruti.
Clock.
Sorry?
Clock.
Clock, very good. Okay, first we say coins. Clock. Is there Somehow that you can find in your house or in this classroom. So, students, you can name some of the objects which you can find in your classroom, which are circle. Isaac.
Marble.
Sorry?
Marble.
Marble. Okay, can you see a marble? Oh, you have marbles in the house. Okay, very good. They are round, yes. Evely.
Container lid.
Container lid, yes. Joshua.
Tire. Bicycle tire.
Tire. Okay. The shape of the tire. Very good. 77 students, those are some of the examples of circles, okay, that you normally see. The shape of those objects form circles. Now, class, how can you draw a circle? If I ask you to draw a circle, how can you draw a circle? Using your biro, or using a marker, or using a pencil, how can you draw a circle? Isaac, would you like to give a try? How can you draw a circle? Ruthie, how can you draw a circle? Okay, 77 students, look on the board. Okay, I am going to draw a circle without using something. Do you think that's a good circle that I've drawn? Why?
It's not straight.
So 77 students, how can I draw a circle? Yes, Isaac.
Using a round object or a round ruler.
Sorry?
Using a round object or a round ruler.
Using a round object or a
Round ruler.
round ruler. Isaac, can I use an object that you have named, like for example, the coins, to draw a circle? Yes or no? Yes. Do you think I will draw a good circle using this coin? Yes. Why? Very good, because it's nicely round. As you can see, the one I drew on the board, I didn't draw the circle properly because I didn't use an object to draw a good circle. Can you see that? Now, in maths classes, there's an instrument that they use, or a tool that they use to draw circles. It's called a compass, it's called a compass. But if you don't have a compass, you can use circular objects like a coin or a tin of lead to draw a very good circle. Is that clear, 77 students? Okay. Now, class, on the screen, I've got the definition for the word circle for you. Okay, what is a circle? A circle is a set of points that are the same distance from a fixed point called the center. Again, a circle is a set of points that are the same distance from a fixed point called the center. That's a circle. Now, 77 students, for today's lesson, we are going to look at the parts of the circle, or parts of a circle. Class, I would like you to sit up straight, and we are going to go through the parts of the circle on the screen. Before we go through the parts of the circle, receiving teacher, the lesson topic or the lesson for today is on your teacher's guide, which is the yellow book, on page number 25, lesson number 56. While for the receiving students and 7Es, the page number is on 15 on your student workbook, which is the pink one. Page number 15, lesson number 56. So when I'm going through the parts of the circle, you can refer to your book and follow after me. Okay, class, the first part of the circle is on the screen. It is called the radius. Radius is the distance from the center of the circle to any point on its perimeter. That's called the radius. And the plural for the word radius is radii, R-A-D-I-I. When you have two radius, it's known as two radii, R-A-D-I-I. The second part of the circle is called the circumference. The circumference of a circle is the perimeter of the circle. As you can see on the screen, the circle shape there is covered by the the green color there, meaning that that's the perimeter around the circle. So the circumference is the circumference of a circle is the perimeter of the circle. The next one, the chord. Chord is a line that joins 2 points on the circumference of a circle. Can you see a blue line across there? Those green dots on the circle, they are the points. And that blue line crossing over 2 points. From one point, it goes to the other point on the circumference. Is not that line is called the chord. Again, the chord is a line that joins 2 points on the circumference of a circle. Okay, next, the diameter. The diameter is a chord that passes through the center of a circle. You can see the blue line passing through the red dot there. The red dot is the center of the circle. So that blue line is known as the chord. A chord that passes through the center of the circle is called the diameter. The next part is called the tangent. Tangent is a line that touches the circles at only one point. Can you see the green line outside the circumference? Okay. When that green line or when that line touches the circle at only one point, it's known as the tangent. Next, the arc of the circle. An arc is a part of the circumference. Can you see that red color? That red color shows us that's the part of the circle which is known as the arc. Okay? Now, next one, sector. A sector is the part of a circle between two radii. Can you see that? That's the plural for radius. Okay? Those two green lines. Okay, those two green lines are known as the radius, so we can call them the radii, two radii. A sector is part of a circle between two radii. The blue shaded part of the circle is known as the sector because it is been divided up with 2 radii. Next, the segment. A segment of a circle is the part of a circle that is between a chord and the circumference. Again, a segment is the part of a circle that is between a chord and the circumference. Can you see where the segment is? Which color is the segment? Okay, the blue color. 70s and receiving students, for segments, the blue color we can say is a segment, or we can say it is a smaller segment. And the white color, which is not without the color where the writings are, we can say that is a larger segment. So a segment is the part of a circle that is between the chord and the circumference. So can you see the chord? The chord is the light green color that divides the circle. Okay? So that blue color is known as the segment. That blue shaded color. Is that clear? Okay. Now, we are looking at our exercises now. 70s and receiving students, before you look at the exercises, this is what you are going to do. I would like you to work in your groups, and you are going to try to remember or understand the parts of the circles which we have gone through together. Okay? I would like you to work in pairs, and you will do exercise 1 only. Exercise 1 is on page, student workbook, page 16 and 17. You're going to do exercise 1, A to E. For those receiving students, if you don't have a student workbook, the exercise will be on the screen, and you can follow the exercises which I am going to show you on the screen. For 70s, I would like you to work in pairs to identify the names or parts of the circles which are in exercise 1. You can start now. For the receiving students and 70s, the exercise 1 is on the screen now. The exercise says, name the feature shown with the arrow on the circle. Okay, you have a look at the arrow pointing there to the blue line. What is the name of that? The part of the circle which the arrow is pointing to. That's exercise 1A. You should be discussing with your friend. What is the name of the circle? Okay, exercise B is on the screen now.
Radius. The radius is the distance from the center to the circumference. From the center, circumference is the distance around the circle. Yes, first on the radius. Radio.
I'm just changing it as well. It's still the same. Mechanic shape of the round also. Exercise C is on the screen now.
One
Class, exercise D is on the screen.
This alignment, that is the circumference.
And the last exercise, exercise E. If you have finished, you raise your hand. Receiving teacher, you can check the students while they are working to see if they have completed exercise 1, A up to E. Seventies and receiving students, let's go through exercise 1, A to E. Okay. For the receiving students, you can tell your teacher for the answers for A up to E. 7's, we are going to do the same. I am going to select a student to give the answer for each exercises, A to E. So, who would like to do exercise A? 1A. Who has the answer for exercise 1A? Clement, can you give us the answer for exercise 1A?
Radius.
Radius. 70s and receiving students, let's see the answer on the screen if it's correct. Okay, very good. The exercise 1A is the radius. What about exercise 2? Ruti?
Chord.
Again?
Chord.
Chord. She says chord. Is she correct? Okay. Very good. The answer is chord. Exercise C. Walter. What is your answer for exercise C?
Diameter.
Again?
Diameter.
Diameter. Class, is he correct? Okay. It's the diameter. Very good. Exercise D. Have a look at exercise D. What is the answer then? Emmanuel.
Arc.
Arc. Okay, let's check if it's arc. Class, is she correct? Yes or no? Okay. The answer is arc. That's the arc of the circle. And the last one. Exercise E, the last one. Maria. Maria, what do you think the last one is?
Tangent.
Tangent? Class, is she correct by saying tangent? Okay, let's check. Okay, very good. 70s and receiving students, I hope you have got the names correctly for the parts of the circles A to E. Now, 70s and receiving students, when we are naming the parts of the circle, please do remember the lines and the labels of each of the parts of the circles which we have gone through earlier on. So class, to sum up our lesson for today, let's look at the screen once again to check the parts of the circles. Okay, our lesson summary for today, we are going to look at all the parts of the circle. Let's look at the screen now. First one, circle. Again, circle is a set of points that are same distance from a fixed point called the center. Then the radius. Radius is the distance from the center of the circle to any point on its perimeter. Okay. Next, the circumference of a circle is the perimeter of the circle. Again, the circumference of the circle is known as the perimeter of the circle. Chord. A chord is a line that joins 2 points on the circumference of the circle. And diameter is a chord that passes through the center of a circle. Tangent. The tangent is a line that touches the circle at only 1 point. An arc is a part of the circumference, which is in the red color there. Sector is the part of a circle between 2 radii. Okay, that blue shaded part is known as the sector of the circle. And finally, a segment is the part of a circle that is between the chord and the circumference. And the shaded part, the blue shaded part of the circle is known as the segment, or we can say the smaller segment. And the one which is not shaded is known as the larger segment. Okay? 70s and receiving students, those are the parts of the circle that we have gone through in today's lesson. Now, our key phrase for today's lesson is parts of a circle. Thank you, 70s and receiving students, for your participation in today's lesson.